The Worcester Police Department says they're cracking down on jaywalking. The manager says he hopes that the new nonstop train from Boston to Worcester will bring more business to the city. They're still trying to piece together what happened here on Sutton Avenue in Oxford. A Westboro man came home and found his house in disarray. That's when he took out his cell phone, and police say they were shocked at what he captured. Tim, I almost thought we were going to get away with a snowless winter, but as you can see, the snow has made an icy appearance. The body of Trooper Thomas Clardy escorted back to his hometown today in Hudson, his family waiting outside the funeral home to greet the husband and father of 6.
To know that someone goes out every day not knowing what's going to happen and they could risk their lives.
The town is in mourning as they say goodbye to the trooper killed in the line of duty yesterday.
We just wanted to show the family support. It's heartbreaking. My husband's a police officer. What happened yesterday should not have happened. My heart goes out to the family, all the kids, and his wife.
And the community did come out to show their support, some with flags, to honor the trooper and his service, both with the Massachusetts State Police and as a Marine Corps veteran.
It's just hard, it makes you think. It made me think today while I was walking around, delivering, and when it happens in the same town you grew up in, it feels closer to home than you think.
Kenneth Aduce's 4 years at South High School are now over. The valedictorian who took AP courses, played in the school band, and even volunteered during the weekends is now headed to Yale. But this high honors student's journey was not a traditional one.
Every great person has to have a good story. And, the troubles you have in your life are just part of that good story.
Aduce was born to Ghanaian parents. At a young age, he moved to Ghana for 2 years. When he came back to the U.S. for elementary school, he struggled.
I saw my grades from 3rd grade, and I just saw a bunch of 2s, because the highest you can get is 4.
His mother says she instilled in him at a young age the value of education, and she made her own sacrifices to get him on track.
He looked at those 2s and was like, I'm not taking this.
I'll put it upon myself. You know what? I'm going to quit my full-time job. I'm going to work just weekends so I can be there Monday through Friday. Help them with homework.
Aduce says his work ethic has helped him get to where he is now. After getting into several Ivy League schools, he picked Yale. He plans to do cancer research in the future.
And I want to create, medication and cures that are cheap and that, the common person can actually get access to.
And as Aduce starts his new journey, he says he will never forget where he came from.
Worcester has done so much for me as not just a student, but, as an individual. And I want to come back and give back to the community.
To produce music is a whole nother feeling.
For some band members at South High School, music has had a big impact on their lives.
The hard work each student put into music, I really realized how much I also loved music.
So it's no wonder why this band of 88 musicians was so excited when they found out they were selected to represent Massachusetts at the anniversary of the Declaration of Independence.
I see this trip as a great opportunity to experience music outside of just Worcester. And not only would we be able to play with the Navy professional band, but we also have the opportunity to perform outside of Worcester at Hershey Park. And that's something special that I think not many of us have had the opportunity to do.
But the only problem is the event is in Pennsylvania and they don't have the money to go. So they've been trying to raise the more than $40,000 needed to travel.
80% of our kids are, don't have sufficient enough money to live. And it's really important for us to really earn this money because apart from kids, not having enough money to go, a lot of kids don't have the opportunity to leave the state, leave the city.
The students say they're still short on funds, and being able to go on this trip would be a life-changing experience.
Working with the Navy band, for example, we'll have role models, we'll have people to look up to, we'll have people to compare ourselves to, people to motivate us to become better musicians.